Good evening. This is Street Talk, and I'm Father Russ Carmichael. And with me tonight is my co-hostess, Bonnie Rubenstein, who's filling in for Tambria Moore, who is out and won't be with us for a while. She's doing basically babysitting for her grandkids,
Yep.
and so she'll be doing that for some time.
One of the hardest jobs around.
As we said, Mike Buscetto was supposed to be here. He hasn't got here yet. Maybe he's late. We're hoping Mike shows up, but we're gonna proceed anyways. I was gonna wait a bit, but Mike may be tied up. He had promised to be on the show, and we notified him this morning, and we haven't got anything that he wasn't going to be here. So we assume that Michael is someplace on his way, and will eventually get here. We hope, because we're going to have on all the candidates. We had last week, you and I did. Mr. Finozio was on, and Michael is coming in right now, and he's going to be hooked up in a minute, and that's absolutely fine. Very good.
Good.
Very good.
Hi, Mike. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet
Hi, Bonnie.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, we booked this as the Raging Bull contest with you and me here, so
All right, we better live up to our.
we better live up to it, huh? Oh, good, but it's good to see you, and I'm glad nothing. Got a little nervous, and maybe something.
Okay.
There we go.
Enough room.
Might have happened.
Getting fresh.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you met Bonnie
Yes.
and everything,
Yes.
and I promised my audience that I was just saying that we're going to invite every mayor candidate on to go over the show. We've asked them all. We're going to ask them the same questions.
Okay.
We'll also give them a chance to return if they want to.
Okay.
We'll
see.
You know, Michael, they might not
Yeah.
want to.
No, that's fine.
You know, but that's what we intend. We intend to do over the whole season. It's a long running race. Obviously, a very important position.
Sure.
And as a Democrat, I'm a Democrat. We're going to have, I guess, we'll end up with a primary in our situation. It looks like Perot is running right now unopposed, but there's been rumors of different people saying they're going to come out, so you don't know yet, right?
Right. You never know.
You never know. Well, for those, I mean, we're here, lots of people in the city know you, but some folks don't, and maybe if we'll start with, you can tell us a little background on how you grew up. I know you grew up here,
Okay.
but some people don't. So.
Okay. So my name is Mike Buscetto. I grew up here, lived here my entire life. I started working for my family at Michael's Dairy. We didn't have an option to work. You were put to work, exactly.
Right.
I know who you are.
Yes, yeah, and I know who you are. That's right. So from there, I went to New London Public Schools through 8th grade, and then I went to St. Bernard's for 4 years. From there, I received a scholarship for basketball and to Quinnipiac University. Went there, graduated in 4 years, and from there went into business. And I've done everything from developing to owning a restaurant. That's the short version.
That's the short version.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're going to think I'm crazy, but this is the type of one of the questions I'm going to start off with. Okay. What is the best book you have ever read? Okay. Why did you think so much of this book?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Tipping Point. It's a book about cities and about how they can change. And one example of why I liked it. In New York City, they had a graffiti problem. And so what they let the kids do, or they're probably young men or young ladies do, they let them paint the trains. So the trains would come in on a Friday night, and on that Friday night they would do the outline, and then on Saturday they might fill it in with one color. and Sunday they might do another color. Well, on Monday morning when the trains were coming out, all the people wanted to see their artwork. They wanted the world to see the artwork, except the city of New York that night, or late Sunday night, painted over it. And so when the train came out, there was no artwork, no graffiti. So the people who were doing it wasted all their time, wasted all their energy on doing the graffiti on the trains, and it stopped it dramatically. Just an example of staying ahead of some of the derelict behavior that could really bring down the city. And it's truthfully, it's like the broken window theory. If there's a broken window, fix it right away. Because if there's litter on the ground, clean it up. Because what happens is people add to the litter. People add to the broken glass because they believe it's acceptable. So if you clean it right away, you fix it right away, you become a smarter community. So that's
very, very good. That's very interesting. And now the big question, of course, is why in the world, in these times, do you want to be mayor?
Well, the commute, short commute. No, you know, there's many reasons. I love my city, and I see where there's need for leadership, and it's really simple. I've managed people, I've managed projects, and that's what a city, an elected mayor is going to do. Put groups together that normally aren't together, finally achieve something that doesn't take 30, 40 years. You have to be a doer, and it's hard for me to sit on the sidelines and just watch and you know, say, okay, I hope we do it. I hope, you know, we're the city of potential. So I just want to bring it from the city of potential to a city of prosperity. And you know, my family lives here. I want my children to come back and visit Dad. I want them to get a job or open a business like, you know, like I've done and my family's done here. So New London's been very good to us. So I want to give everything I've got back to them.
If elected as mayor, what are some of your goals that you would, and how would you carry them out or try to achieve them in the short term?
Sure. Well, public safety is one. Right now there's a fear in New London because of some of the incidents that have taken place. And I guess short term is safe walk, safe ride. There's programs like in Providence or on college campuses where you have a presence shown. It's not necessarily police officers. It could be similar to guardian angels, but not really that vigilant, or just a presence. And there's a group, Citizens on Patrol, who I've contacted. I know them very well, who would, you know, have a stronger presence in our city. And basically, that if there's a show at the Guard, that they would be on different corners.
That's really interesting because the Guard was just talking about that, and they were talking about the funding that they were on the Guard. And a lot of people voiced concern that, and I've read in the paper that they, you know, they're afraid to come to town now because of all the situation. And that was the one thing I was thinking about myself with the president. And I would rather have something that is not as overtly exposed as the guardian angels.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
That says something about the city.
We don't need military machines.
Yeah, it gives you, well, we got them across the river. You know what I mean? So you know, but something of that nature where there's a lot of folks out that you know are citizens or something that
like when you go to a
nice.
Sports game, you see the people with the flags. And
Yeah.
they're just there. They're on the corner, and they might just be waving you through.
Yeah.
We can't afford 120 police officers. It just can't happen. So
Right.
those groups, I think, will be very helpful in the short term. The long term is surveillance, you know, cameras, so people can see what's going on, and if someone does something, they get caught rather quickly. And not to mention just knowing who's in your town.